Did you wake up feeling poopy today? Do you ever feel like I do nothing that's original, or there's nothing I create or that I can bring into the world that is any more special than the person next to me? Today's reading, I'm going to go and explore and find out why you are needed in this world. I think it's good to remember why, or to know why, or to be reminded why we are needed in this world. And it's very easy for us to overlook that within ourselves. So with that being said, welcome. My name is Veruca Cyn, and I am a fashion mystic. I make magical clothing, and I provide deep spiritual messages with the intention of empowering you to live your best life. Let's get on with the reading, shall we? So just a little disclaimer, if you're new to pick a card readings, I just want to let you know that these readings are here for entertainment and education and self-reflective purposes only. It isn't anything that is set in stone, and you're always free to make your own decision at the end of the day. If these messages don't fully resonate with you, you don't have to take them at all. Or if some of them speak to you, I encourage you to take these informations, to see it as an opportunity to reflect and to explore pushing the boundaries of your perspective to see if you can discover some sort of new insight whereas you normally would not. With that being said, here are two piles in front of you. You are free to select both if you wish, or just one. If the readings don't end up resonating, then you're more than welcome to watch my other videos, or the reading in this video may end up resonating with you at a later date and time. Pause this video and select your pile now. Alright, let's get on with the reading, shall we? Let's move on to pile 1. I want to explore about the topic of why you are needed in this world and what you bring as a person that no one else can. And if you are tired, what sort of things you can do to help yourself to be the person who needs you the most. That's what I wrote down. That was my intention. So let's go and explore that. Let's go and take out the XOXOXO tarot. That's what we're going to use for you today. Pile 1. Okay. A lot of cards fly out. I'm going to take 3 more because these stuck out. I feel like listening to Tana Hikaru. So let's see. I'm going to listen to the Bad Mode playlist. I'm going to listen to that while watching my reading for you. First card you got is Beyond Illusion. Second card you have is Clinging. Third is Maturity. Fourth is Healing. I don't know why I'm counting them. Fifth is The Outsider. Sixth is Sharing. Seventh is Transformation. Eighth is Conditioning. 9 is Understanding. Look at that beautiful progression. Whether you're at your best or in bad mode, I'd like to see you. I can't let you go. I just want you more in my life. In this song, Bad Mode, she's actually singing about taking prescriptive drugs for her depression or anxiety. I could be wrong, but this is what I'm getting from the lyrics. And aside from that, she's also relating her experiences of feeling good with an individual. So I feel like pile 1, why you're needed in this world is because I have a tall order to fill pile 1. I can feel like you're like, there's not a lot. That's going to convince me. Okay, let me word myself with what Spirit wants to say to you. Why you're needed in this world is because you always see the light in others when they can't see it in themselves. People are so busy being stuck in the past, they can't see beyond the illusion of this current reality. Right? But you can. You can see beyond that. You can see through that. You can see into who they truly are. Because of that, you help heal them. You're a wounded healer, pile 1. You are able to help so many people, but you're tired because you feel like they can't help you. I mean, that's not true. I'm here and I'm helping you. I was once a wounded healer. It's not that bad, right? We're helping each other. I feel so giggly and playful when I talk with you, so you must have a very playful banter personality. You are like that cartoon character that I relate so much with. Lambert is this tiger that grew up thinking it's a sheep, It's a Disney cartoon. I'll link it below. And it doesn't see its greatness because it's so different. It's so different. All its life, it's so different. And it thinks because it's different, it's bad. And that it has nothing to contribute because it can't be like the other sheep, because it's not a sheep. It's not a sheep no matter how hard it tries. And then one day, a beautiful opportunity shows that allows this lion to shine its true colors of who it really is, who that creature, its soul deep down inside. And for the most divine timing, everyone realized, all the sheeps realize that it's a blessing that this lion was not like them. And that's something you're going to find in due time, my dear. I feel like saying my dear, so I think you might have a very loving ancestor coming through who really wants you to know how deeply loved you are. And they're so proud of you. You're going to realize at one point of your life, when something really hard happens to the world and to those people around you, to those around you, that's when you're going to shine. And the inner truth of who you are will come out burning like fire, bursting through you, bursting through your heart, bursting through your soul. And you're going to be so glad that you aren't a sheep. You're going to be so glad you can see and speak and leap and take action like the lion you are, and help in ways no one else can, because you're you. You have that. You have that ability. That's why you're needed. Let's find out what that is, can we? They don't really want to spoil the surprise for you, but it's the truth is under your nose. It's closer than you think. When this moment happens, you're going to understand, and you're going to start releasing all the resentment and all the hurt and pain you've had in your life. You're going to transform, and you're going to become someone who's so giving and so generous, because you will be in a position to, because those who couldn't believe in you before, who couldn't see your worth before, they're going to be the ones pushing you up and celebrating you. They're going to provide you with resources enough that you're able to give to others, that you can continue being the beautiful lion that you are, Pawan. Let's have a little bit more, right? We have a little bit more. Why are they needed? Look at that, it just flew off and hung on me. Schizophrenia. You bridge the gap of duality. You make it understandable for people. You work in the liminal space just like me. You see what others don't, and you make the connection where it's seemingly so polarizing. Look at that. The coat behind me is red, and the pillar is red here. I don't really have anything green on the other side, but it's kind of crazy how the colors are like kind of matching. Anyways, I digress. You see from above. You're not this person stuck in the gap. You're not this person stuck in the gap. You're these birds, two pair of eyes, seeing from above and understanding the circumstances. And you're able to help people see the connection to things that are seemingly so disconnected. And you make sense of things for people. You don't even have to do this consciously. You just being there and openly sharing your opinion gels everything together. You being who you are is helping people. The burden, but you are exhausted. You feel like people don't understand and they take you for granted, or maybe you do give them the insight and it's a thankless job. So let's find out how you can be there for you. Okay, let's see how you can be there for yourself the most. Silence. And the miser. Miser, I don't feel like it's warning you to be miser, to not be miserly. If anything, it's warning you to become miserly, because you are giving out all your abundance so easily that you're not providing any for yourself to utilize. Look, this woman, she's hoarding all these jewels because she keeps giving them away. They're so readily in her hand. But her whole coat is made of bricks. Why is her coat not adorned with this jewel instead? She's not wearing any of it. She's just holding on to it. She's holding on to giving it to others. You should start wearing it and giving it when it's right. How can you acknowledge the light? Oh, this is a deep one. How can you acknowledge the light within yourself when you don't, when you're so readily giving it to others before you can even have the chance to integrate it into yourself? That's a really good high-level 5D question, right? From a spiritual healer to a spiritual healer, right? And if you're not a spiritual healer, then you're definitely a philanthropist or therapist or some person who's a caretaker. Or if you're not a caretaker, you definitely like to be there for others in your life. But how can you? That is a good question though, right? Think about it. How can you acknowledge the light that you have within yourself? How can you really understand the scale and the importance of the light you have when you're giving it away before you can even acknowledge and understand the vast depth and the importance of it? If you don't even know the value of the light you hold, you're going to give it away as if it's worth nothing. You're going to give it away to those who don't value it. You're going to give it away to those who don't really need it versus those who actually really need it. If you give water to someone who's really thirsty, they're going to be that much more appreciative than if you were to give to someone who doesn't even want water at all. They're not even parched at all, right? Some people who are grateful, they'll like keep in their bag just in case someone else needs it. They can pass it along. But most times, if you're able to understand the value of water, then you can see who needs it more. You know exactly who needs water, and you would intentionally give the water to those who need it first or most, right? It's like doing that with your light. But if you don't know the value of your light and how much impact it can have for others, you're not going to know where to place it best, and you're going to waste it. You're going to waste it away to those who do nothing but just suck it up like energy vampires to feel good, but they don't really integrate it to help themselves grow because they're addicted to the darkness and to their shadows rather than integrating it into the light and transmuting the shadows. I'm not saying to get rid of the shadows, but to utilize and understand why the shadow exists for them to become more balanced. You have to be more balanced because you hold so much light naturally. I was going to say you hold so much night laterally. But you hold so much light naturally. Why don't you take time to see what it is you have in your own backyard? And once you begin to understand and value the light you have and use it for yourself and see how much of a wonder it's changing your own life as much as you've been using it to change others. How? I know you're probably going to ask how. You're like, well, if I'm naturally being that way to other people and helping them, how come I can't do that for myself? Let's ask. There's silence. Silence. You can listen to your intuition and listen to what it is you really want. Listen to your emotions. What is that you want? Follow your gut feelings, because you're always really emotionally attentive and emotionally intelligent towards other people's needs, but you never pay attention to your own needs. So that's what you should start doing. Going with the flow. Yeah. Become silent. Go within. Go with the flow. Do what feels right, and if it doesn't feel right, change it up. Now is the wonderful chance for you to develop a deeper relationship with yourself and to know yourself more in a way where you have never really allowed yourself to before. Maybe because you didn't know how to, you didn't even think about it. Yeah, you probably didn't think about it because you're so used to thinking about others. You're so used to doing things for others that you've never once stopped to be like, what about me? And now you can. Spirit is challenging you to ask yourself, if you can go and give yourself attention, what's the first thing you will do? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to experience? What is it that you want to eat, see, smell, hear, listen to, experience? Go do that. And that will be the beginning of opening up the gates, because your gates were never locked. It was always open. You blocked yourself. You never allowed to open up your own gate of desires and enjoyment and fun and happiness. When you pursue that, and you pour this light back in yourself, you will understand the beauty of who you are. You will know that you're not a sheep, but a majestic lion. And you will know exactly what to do. And everything you do and everyone you help, you will help with a sense of gratitude and calmness of self-acceptance. And you're also going to know when to pull back and when to do that for yourself. A nice fine balance of both. That's so beautiful. Yeah, that's very nice. I certainly hope you enjoyed that reading. If you would like to book a personalized reading with me to know more about this or other aspects of your life, you're more than welcome to. Check out my website in the description box down below at www.verukacyn.com, or you can check out my clothing store. I'm adding new products all the time. I'm slowly working on everything. New items, I promise I'll be sharing them soon. Oh, give a like if you like this video and subscribe to be part of the reverse harem. Family. No, I'm joking. Join to become a sinner. I think that's a good reason, yeah. With that being said, let's go into pile 2. Alright, pile 2. Let's find out why you are needed in this world and what you bring as a person that no one else can bring. And if you're tired, what you can do to help yourself to be the person you need the most. I'm going to use the Book of Shadows Tarot deck, but I'm using So Below. The So Below, not the As Above. Although I have the As Above right in front of me. I never use the So Below, and I felt called to use that today, which is very surprising. Okay. Somebody here grew up with Hungry Hungry Hippos children's toy or mousetrap. I don't know why I'm hearing this in terms of relevancy to the reading. It could be some indicator that you're in the right pile. Okay, let's see. We got 6 of Earth, 6 of Fire. So far there's a lot of 6. 2 of Earth, Ostara, Mother of Earth, Maiden of Air, 7 of Earth. Okay, I'm hearing like you're like a legal advisor. Legal advisor of some sort, like a lawyer or like someone who reads fine print for signing documents. You deal with the law. At least that's what I'm picking up on at first glance. You help those who can't help themselves. That's so beautiful. I'm hearing like homeless shelter, humane resources, equality for the people, fighting to make things public amenities. I hear like making education accessible online, locally, even asking government to donate funds so you can purchase the right things. Okay, I'm not asking about who they are, I'm asking about why they're needed, but that must be important. Okay, you know how to teach people to harvest. You know how to teach people how to fish. Instead of fishing for people, you teach people how to fish, because you believe that once you teach someone how to fish, they can fish for life. Yeah. Agriculture. So you might have a lot of survival skills that people can benefit from. You might be a teacher. Regardless, I'm going to brush those all aside. Why you're needed on this planet Earth is because you have a lot of valuable information that is so crucial to the foundation of existing and surviving that no one else can deliver it the way you do and explain it and present it and teach it and bring emphasis to how valuable and important it is to know these things the way you do. That's amazing. Like fundamental things like farming. I don't really know how to farm either, right? Farming, how to build a shelter. I'm even seeing how to cook, make like smoked meat, how to make jam, how to hunt, how to weave things, how to make rope, survival gear, how to survive in cold climates. You know how to make cheese. You know how to make a lot of things from scratch. So if someone were to give you like a box, you would survive just fine. But a lot of people, you implement this into third world countries. That's why. It's not why you're needed in this world. That's not the right question. That's not the right question you should be asking yourself, hun. There's another question, but my camera's running out of battery and I'm going to switch batteries and I'll be right back. Okay. I was in the middle of channeling and then I had to interrupt myself to get new batteries. Okay, so it's like I was trying to like switch up music so I could listen to music and enjoy it while talking with you, Pao Tu, and I didn't even have time to do that. It's like you barely have time for yourself. So it's not even the question of why are you needed in this world, because it's so obvious why you're needed. And if it wasn't obvious, it should be obvious now. Like, you teach people how to be human, how to survive in the most crucial environments. So I feel like that's not the question. The question your spirit guides want to ask you is, what do you need? That's the real question. It's not why are you needed in this world. You know why you're needed in this world. But now you need to know why you need yourself in this world. So what is it that you need? That is exactly the answer to why you're needed here for you, right? That sounds so abstract and it's so hard to explain. So let's pull some more cards for this. Once again, that battery I just replaced is out of battery. You are so depleted, Pile 2. We're going to go and switch to the proper battery, and then I'm going to get some insight for you as to how you could be there for yourself, okay? Okay, I'm back. 3 time's a charm. Oh, I think I'm recording, so yeah, I am. Okay, let's pull some cards on not why you're needed, but why you need you. Why you need you, Spirit. Why does Pile 2 need themselves? Why they need themselves? You need to remember your why. Your reason for being. How did you get here in the first place, doing what it is you do all the time? Even the candle ran out. I lit a candle to provide protection and insight, and I even put some road opening oil on it to help unblock insight. The light went off, Crone of Air. This is something, it's like, this card represents, you don't need to know this right now. You don't need to know this right now. What is it that they don't need to know, Spirit? So I didn't look at all the cards. First card is Maiden of Water, and then Crone of Earth, Mother of Fire, and Element of Fire, Elemental of Fire. Because you realize you're the only person who can pave a pathway to create the world to become the way you see it should be. To create a world that is fit to live in. Only you can make that happen. That's why you need you. No one else can do your job better than you can. And it doesn't mean you have to go keep doing it and working yourself to the bone. It just means no one can replace you in a good way. And in the other instance, the reason why you need yourself is because the world has become as decent as it has because of all the work you've put into it to make those changes. If you weren't needed and you were to just be a passenger living your life hidden in the foreground as a wallpaper, let's face it, no one's really like that. But this would be to become ultimately like useless to society and just not even contributing to it, and maybe not even being that prosperous yourself because you're kind of disconnected from society, right? If you were to do that, the world will not turn into an outcome that's favorable, and it would be a very unpleasant place. So I'm going to ask what they meant by Crone of Air, like you're not supposed to know. What do they mean by they're not supposed to know? You're at the brink of a spiritual awakening, and so congratulations. I can't tell you too much because it's for you to discover. Because if I tell it to you now, it's like telling you the synopsis and foundation of a story instead of allowing you to discover it and make it yourself. Yeah. Okay, we got omens. I am surprised I can read from this deck. It used to be so difficult for me to read from it. Beltane. I'm still not good with Roman numerals, but I can intuitively pick up on the messages. The path. The path. See? You're meant to be on this path. 9 of Earth. And 8 of Air. Does not look like a lotus. You're rising up from the mud. So that's why you've gotten to the point where you're like, why am I even needed here? Because things went awry. Things didn't always go the way you wanted it to, pile 2, in terms of helping people. Sometimes it even backfired and you felt it was creating more damage than good. But that's not the truth. It's just you're worn out, you feel burnt out, and you feel discouraged. But in actuality, you're doing way more good than not. It's like cows with poop on the grass. Like, you're like, ew, they're pooping so much. Maybe you don't think that because you know. But actuality, maybe that's why they're giving me poop on grass as an example, because you would know. And to most people, they think, ew, poop on the grass. But to you, it's like, wow, like the poop from the cow eating the grass is what's giving so much nutrients to the soil, and the whole field is healthy because of these cows, because of their poop. So it's needed, right? You're like the cow in the poop. Like you think you're just making a mess, pooping everywhere, metaphorically speaking. But actuality, the poop you're leaving behind, the so-called poop you think you're leaving behind, is actually leaving a lot of nutrients and substance for the foundation of the soil, for them to even begin to build anything from. They're going to be changed because of you. They'll never be the same after crossing paths with you. You're currently down this path where you can't see your own value fully yet, but you will, because you're going to start seeing omens. There's going to be signs to show you, like, oh, you did something, like poop on the grass, right? First you see is poop. Next thing you know, there's going to be grass growing out healthier in that patch of region than where the cows were not, where the poop wasn't. It's signs like that you're going to see where your imprint and your influence has left behind a very positive, fruitful footprint. We have Beltane. I'm not going to say much, but you might encounter a romantic interest or someone who sparks romantic interest within you that will start to inspire you to start seeing this about yourself, because you see it within them. You notice it within them and they're reflecting it back to you. And you realize, whoa, these people, maybe these people, or it doesn't have to be romantic, it could just be loving, like soul tribe. You're like, oh, these people reflect the same values as me, and you see how much good they're doing in the world, right? And how much good they're doing for others, but they don't see it themselves. And it's going to dawn on you. You're like, I'm exactly like them to the T, to the point where I don't even see how great I am. Yet, I'm probably doing as many amazing things as they are. And you're going to accept that within yourself. How beautiful is that, Pal, too? That's amazing. Okay, I feel called to pull one more card of a little, like, parting gift for you as you go on with your spiritual awakening. 6 of Water. Don't forget to be playful, to allow your inner spirit to shine, to be creative and expressive. Don't forget to play along the way, okay? Don't forget to allow yourself to explore and be adventurous. And don't become so rigid that you only have to do just the right thing. Sometimes the right thing means the thing that makes you happiest. So don't forget about that. Okay, Pile 2. I certainly hope it was of value to you. If you enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and join the family. I'm laughing because of what I said on the other videos. If you want, you can join the cult harem, reverse harem. Become a sinner, subscribe. If you want to book a personalized reading with me, you're more than welcome to in the description box below, www.verukacyn.com, or you can check out my clothing designs if you want to support any of the things I make and sell. If you're interested, I have more videos on this up here. Give it a click and I'll see you in the next video.